Hello, 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 and great evening, everyone. Great evening on this wonderful and winning Wednesday. Thank you so much for joining me on tonight. For those of you who may be new to my page or tuning in to the first time and you are not already familiar or know who I am, my name is Chatney Mack, and I am the founder and visionary of Growing the Sanctified Divas Network, as well as the founder and instructor of GASD Academy. So let me just first and foremost just say welcome, welcome, welcome. I am so excited about tonight. And so I have a special guest that is going to be joining me to talk about and share with us as far as her experience with GASD Academy, what she learned, what wisdom she gained, what breakthroughs she had. So we are just gonna really just be chopping it up with you tonight, having a laid back, informal conversation, but we're just letting you in on the conversation, right? And so before I get ready to bring her on, I first want to invite you, implore you to please share, invite, tag someone in the comments, like, feel free to comment, whatever you feel the need to do, because trust and believe this is going to be a conversation worth hearing and definitely worth sharing. So you're going to be able to hear up close and personal firsthand from one of my recent graduates from GASD Academy. She just recently completed and graduated from the program back in February of this year. And so I thought, instead of me just, coming on or posting about how great GASD Academy is, right? I wanted you to be able to hear firsthand from some of my recent graduates about the program and what it has done for them and what a difference it has made in their lives. So you don't have to just take my word for it, okay? And so tonight I have a very special guest with me. Again, she is a recent graduate of GASD Academy. She was a part of the first quarter session for 2024. And so I'm very excited, glad, and elated to have her joining us on tonight to talk about and share her experiences. Before I bring her on, all right, I want you all to please go ahead and put some hand clap emojis in the comments. Give her a warm welcome. And also, really quick, please be sure to like, share, comment, tag someone in the comments who you feel may be able to benefit from this conversation on tonight, because trust and believe there is someone that someone that you are connected to, whether it is a aunt, a cousin, a friend, a co-worker, a sister, a BFF, a prayer partner, whoever it may be, right? It's someone out there that you know of that really, really could benefit from a program like this. But again, I don't want you to just take my word for it. I want you to be able to hear firsthand from someone who actually has completed and went through the entire program, and you can hear exactly what it did for her, right? So without further ado, we are going to get ready to bring on my special guest for the evening. But again, I need you all to be sure, if you're watching live or even if you're watching by replay, first and foremost, let me just go ahead and remind you to go ahead and put hashtag replay in the comments. Go ahead and put hashtag replay in the comments if you're watching this by replay, okay? And you can still feel free to like, comment, and share, even if you are a replay viewer, okay? So without further ado, I am going to introduce my special guest for the evening and one of my recent graduates of GASD Academy for the 2024 quarter one session. And her name is Miss Laurn Valentine. So let's give her a hand as she comes on.
Hi, Chutney.
Hello, hello. Yes, hello. Welcome, welcome. Glad that you were able to join me on tonight. So we have, again, this is Laurn Valentine, and she recently graduated from GASD Academy back in February of 2024. All right. So before we, I have, a couple of questions that I want to ask you on tonight, Laurn. But before we really get into the nitty gritty of things, I want you to first tell everyone, just tell everyone where you're from, where you're located at, and also what was the one thing that made you to decide to become a part of GASD Academy.
I'm originally from Chicago, Illinois. I'm currently living in Benton Harbor, Michigan. I am a author, and I just the reason. So I'm a part of a program called Smack Talk, where it's an organization called Smack Talk, Sisters, Mother, Aunts, and Cousins. And the founder of Smack Talk, Mrs. Ann Bay, um, she went through the GASD Academy. And I know when she was going through it, and it's funny, like when she would do her homework and she would like call me and tell me about the questions, and I was like, girl, can't nobody answer them questions? That's too deep. I was like, ooh, they get deep with it, like try to make you just open up all kinds of doors. And so after going through Smack Talk and doing the huddle, and that makes you open up and realize things in your life. And I was like, okay. So when it came an opportunity for me to go to GASD Academy, at first I was like, it's, she can't teach me nothing. Like, I'm 54 years old. What can she teach me? I was like, been there, done that. Like, I think.
Well, thank you for your honesty and transparency. First of all,
Right.
I appreciate it because I want you to be honest and transparent with the folks. Let them know.
Right.
All right.
And
Go
so, and I was like, but I'm gonna give it a try, and I'm gonna put the effort. I'm not just gonna do it just to be like, okay, I did it, and see, like I wanted to actually go through it to see. Okay, she say her program is this and this and this. We gonna see if her program stands up to what she's saying her program is. So we gonna see, and it did. It really did.
ahead.
So
Okay.
I am
Awesome.
actually happy that I didn't just blow it off and be like, I don't need your little academy. I got this. I'm glad
Okay.
I went through it.
All right. Awesome. And so I don't mean to cut you off, but I'm gonna cut you off right there. So first and foremost, you just heard from Laurn herself. Well, first let's backtrack a little bit. So Laurn, she was actually told about this program, and in a sense, she was referred to this program by a dear sister friend of hers who is Antoinette Bay. A lot of you are familiar with her because you have seen her, or you know that if you don't already know, she was one of my first students and graduates of GASD Academy back in 2023. So that right there tells you the power and the transformation and the significance behind this program, because first of all, no one is going to recommend a program, a course, a workshop, an event. I don't care what it is. So they're not going to recommend it to anybody unless it did something for them. And
Right.
so Antoinette Bay, who was my first graduate of GSD Academy, she referred and told Laurn about the program. And so that really right there, that carried a lot of weight because her and Miss Ann are, they are very close, and they are like sisters, right? You two are like sisters.
Oh yeah. Yep.
So that carries a lot of weight right there. The fact that she went through the program herself, but she saw what it did for her, and she recommended Laurn to she recommended Laurn to the program, and Laurn, she ended up, she decided, okay, I'm gonna take a chance on this. But one other thing that I want you all to take note of is she said that at first she was like, I don't know about this, or I don't think I need this. I'm good. 54, right? You said you're 54
Yeah.
years old, and you're thinking, well, what can I possibly teach you about anything? And
Right.
I know that's how, honestly, that's how a lot of us think. I don't care if it's somebody older or younger, but especially if it's somebody younger than you. So let me
Right.
just say first and foremost, before we move any further in this conversation, in this discussion, that I appreciate you being able to recognize and see the value and the wisdom that I am that I offer, that I'm able to provide, despite me being younger than you, because we
Oh
all
yeah.
know it's not easy for any of us to be able to receive, whether it's teaching, coaching,
Right.
whatever the case may be. It's not easy for us to receive from somebody that is
Younger than them.
younger
Right.
than us, right?
Yeah.
Because and I'll be honest, honestly say that I've been the same way. I look at somebody younger and be like, what could they possibly teach me? I'm
Right.
open.
Right.
But
Right.
one thing we have to understand and realize is that age does not always mean wisdom.
No, it does
It
not.
doesn't. And we know that there are a lot of older people, as I said, older people that are out here in their 50s and 60s, and they're not very wise at all. Now, I'm not
Right.
saying that that's the
No,
case
you're
across
right.
the
You're
board,
right. You know,
right?
you're right.
That's not the case across the board, but we all can attest and probably have a firsthand example of how we have encountered or met somebody that was older, and they was basically an old fool,
Yeah.
if we just
Yeah.
be honest
Pretty
about
much. Pretty much.
it.
Yes.
So anyway, I don't want to harp on that too much,
Okay.
but so again, thank you for being able to look past the age difference and being able to just truly come in to this program with an open mind and
Right.
ready to receive and see all that God has for you, and how it was able to, be a benefit in your life and your journey.
Yes.
So, all right. So moving on from there. So I want you to first, I want you to talk about what was your expectation when you first initially came into GASD Academy, and then when you finished GASD Academy. I would say, well, not just what your expectation was, but what did you think it was going to be, I guess, in your expectation versus once you went through and completed the program, as far as what it actually is. Like, did it end up being around what you expected, more than what you expected?
More. I would
Or
say more. It
okay.
was more than I expected because I guess let me see. Have you ever did a like a workshop?
Have I
And
ever attended one, or have
right,
I?
attended a workshop where
Yes,
you go
yes, I
in
have.
and they
Mhm.
you fill out the little questions and they talk your head off and then you leave and be like, what did I just do? You-
Right, right, exactly. Look, I've been there. I've been there.
right, like I didn't get anything out of that. What did I just want to go through? So in my mind, because okay, let me be honest. Your program that I went through is the third one that I have attended. So I'm biased to the fact that this is not gonna this isn't going to be what I think is gonna be. It's just gonna be, oh, they're gonna talk, 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 talk. And I'm supposed to just listen, listen, listen. Well, not they, she gonna talk. I'm supposed to listen, and then I'm supposed to gain some insight on her talking at me, because that's how I feel when people do that. That they're just talking at you. They're not talking to you. It's like robotic. They done did
Right.
it so many times. But so that was my expectation going in, that it's just going to be a talking session, and I just write my little notes, and at the end I just be like, oh, I liked it, yay, 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 and walk away and walk away. Right. So,
Mm.
but it wasn't. It was informative. We had homework, and at first, see, when you expect one thing and you get another thing, because at first, when you was like homework, I was like, homework, homework, what kind of homework? Like
Yes, this
I
is a
was like this,
requirement. I mean,
like I was like,
it's not school, but it's like school. Yeah, you know, it's gonna be some homework because
but
we gotta
right,
make
but
sure that you put in
the
the
kind of
practice.
homework it was helped me to come out of my shell, because the requirements of us that you had um required for us to do, basically to build us up within ourselves. It wasn't like you said, you're grown, I'm going to give this to you, I'm not going to force you, I'm not going to, but I'm going to give this to you, and I hope that you won't waste my time because I won't waste yours. And basically, so it was like that in itself was like, even if you didn't feel like doing it, it was like, but I can't because as not letting her down, I'm letting myself down. If I don't put, like, I could have easily just asked, you could easily just answer any kind of way, but the program pushes you to actually want to dig deep and answer the questions to the to fully answer the question, not just brush
Right,
by them, but actually to dig deep and to think and be like, okay, so what will I, or what do I, or how do I feel? Like, truly feel like, it helps you to be able to journal, laugh.
right. Okay, awesome. But thank you for sharing that, Lauren. I just want to go back to something that you just recently said about. Okay, first let's talk about how you said, well, how when you first went in and you expected it to be, just me talking at you, and it just be somebody talking at you, and this is what I have, and here, and then that's what it is. But that wasn't the case at all. Okay,
No,
so Lauren could tell you when you're a part when you're a part of GASD Academy, when we have our weekly master classes, right? It's not just
right.
me lecturing at you,
Oh, it's
okay?
not.
Yes, it's not just me lecturing at you, okay? Yes, there is a period of a small amount of a period of time during the class where I am just teaching, and it may be somewhat lecture format, but that's not
But I
all
don't
that
think
it
it
is.
was. It wasn't lecture
So when
format.
I say lecture format, I mean it wasn't just me it wasn't
it
just
was
me simply
informative.
talking at you, right?
Right, because it wasn't like it wasn't like, it was informative. Like, you was providing information, you was giving information. You wasn't just saying, "Oh, I and this, and so you need to, and you should think, you should do this, and you should, and this. Oh, and if you do this." It wasn't like that. It wasn't a lecture. It was literally informative. It's literally designed to help you to think. Now, I'm not going to
Exactly.
tell you what to think. I'm going to give you the tools to help you to open up your mind to do the work.
To do the work, exactly. And so I'm going to piggyback off that. So like she said, during our weekly master classes within GASD Academy, I provide you with a lot of information. It is very informative, as she said, and it's not just me lecturing at you. I
Nope.
teach some, but it is a open discussion format because I'm really
Mm-hmm.
big on interaction, and I want to be able to interact with you. So it's not
Mm-hmm.
just me talking at you. It is
Nope.
us having it is a small amount of teaching time, but we have open discussion because
Yes.
I want to hear you talk. I want to hear your feedback. It's not going to
Yes.
it's me talking at you. As she stated, a lot of information shared, but in the way that it's broken down and given to you is very clear, it's concise, and again, there is a time for where we have open discussion. And
Mm-hmm.
so it's not just me talking at you. It's not just me lecturing at you. Okay, it is an open discussion
Right.
with that, because I'm really big on being able to get your feedback, and I want to be able to hear and know, how you're processing or taking in the
Oh
information.
yes. Yeah.
And and that's why I'm really big on there being a lot of interaction and participation. So our weekly master classes, again, they're very interactive and informative. They're engaging, and there is an open discussion. Okay, and I
Yeah.
allow a safe space. I have I've created and cultivated a safe space within GASD Academy for you to be able to ask your questions,
Yes. Yes.
with there being no judgment. Okay, it's a safe, it's a virtual safe space, a judgment-free zone. And so I want all of my students that are a part of GASD Academy to feel open and to feel comfortable with being able to ask your questions as well. Let them know, Lauren, like, our weekly sessions are not boring at all. Okay, we have
They
them
not.
at
They are not
7
boring.
p.m. in the evening.
They
They're not
yeah.
boring.
They
So
are not
I'm not
boring.
trying to have
They're
anybody.
like
Yes, I'm
okay.
not
Put
trying
it
to have
like this.
anybody come
I
on.
when
I'm
I
sorry.
was
Go ahead.
okay. So I'm the type of person. If people knew me, like if you know me to know me, you would know that I am okay. First, I'm an introvert. So and then I am a introvert, which means I don't want to talk to people. I don't want to like I want to be left alone to write my books, to be in my room, to do what I can because I help my sister out a lot to do what I can for other people. But other than that, I just want to be here. And when I was going through the classes, I'd be like, it's over already. I was just enjoying myself. Like, that went by
Right.
fast. So it was like it wasn't like I was okay. Come on, what time is? Can we hurry up?
Right. It
Like,
wasn't like you was like looking at your
no,
clock,
right. I
waiting
wasn't
like,
looking at
when's
my
this
watch.
gonna be
I was
over, right?
right. I was like, oh. When she was like, okay, that's our time, and I'm like, our time? We just got on here. We just started. So it draws you in. Like her program literally because I was learning, getting information that I didn't know. And and it was good information. It wasn't just like information that I still use. Like it's information that I can go back to. It's information that stuck with me. It wasn't like, okay, she's lecturing again. And then, like she said, she is her class is if you ask her a question outside of class, she's gonna answer it. She's going, it's not like the other ones, like, oh, I'm here for you. Whenever you need something, just email me or text me, and then you gotta wait 3 or 4 weeks before they get back with you. And you like,
No. See?
I'm like, right.
You
I
all
was
heard
like,
it. You all heard it yourself firsthand. So, like
right.
she said, when it comes to those that are in GASD Academy, I make you all a priority. Okay, I take this program very seriously
She does.
because
Yes, she does.
it number one, because it does require and involve a lot of my time. But on top of that, this program is near and dear to my heart because, first of all, this is an assignment that God has given to me to do. I'm not just doing this just because I need something else to do or just because I'm trying to find another way to, earn some extra dollars, nothing like that. Okay. This is a God given assignment because I'll just be totally honest and transparent with you all. Initially, I did not want to do this. I was like, God, I'm not trying to be nobody's coach or mentor. And I'm just going to keep it all the way 100 with y'all. So that right there should tell you that when it comes to this program, I take it very seriously because I invest a lot of time into it. And so it is for those who are at that point in their life where they're serious about their personal and spiritual
Right.
journeys and transformation,
Oh
because
yeah. And growth.
it is not
Mhm.
just it's not just a financial investment. It is an investment of your time and energy. And I would tell anyone out there that is listening, whether live or by replay, if you are considering being a part or you have any interest and being a part of GASD Academy, but you're not willing and or able to commit your time and energy, let alone the money aspect. We're not even gonna get into that tonight, because yes, there is a financial investment, but outside of that, you have to be willing and able to commit your time and your energy. Is it a big time commitment? No. This is an
It's not.
it's an 8-week program. We meet once a week for 1 hour a week. So like she said, yes, our classes, they go by really quick. So by the time, you're going to really get into it and, things are getting good, it's like, yeah, our time is up. But that's why you have to make the most and fully maximize
Yes.
class
Yes.
we have each week during those 8 weeks, because I'm telling you that time goes by super fast. And like she says, you're going to be,
Taking it in.
you're
Yep.
taking it in, and that time going to be over, and you're going to be wanting more. But
Yep.
you got to come back again next week. So I made it that way because I didn't want it to be a huge time commitment, because I know, like, most of us, we lead very busy lives, especially as women. We are, whether we are wives, mothers, we have jobs, careers, businesses, or we are involved in ministry, and everything that we have going on, like, we don't have a whole lot of extra time. And so I
Right.
understand that, I get that, and so that's why it is just 8 weeks, basically two
Wow.
months, and
Right.
we meet once a week for 1 hour a week. And then catch
Mhm.
this: if you're not able to join a class live, you get access to the replays. So you will be able to go back and watch the replays, even if you did attend the live class session, and you just
But
want to go back and you feel like maybe you missed something or you weren't able to take notes. You will have access to all of the replays, not just while you're in GASD Academy, but all graduates of GASD Academy get lifetime access to go back and watch the replays of all the master classes.
I'm telling you, if you take the class, you better do the laugh. Do not miss the
Yes.
laugh. It's
So
something different. Do the laugh.
make sure you are there for the live classes.
Yes.
Just like
Yes.
you
So you
just
can
like you just
interact
heard
and
from
ask
Lauren.
questions and do the laugh.
Yes, that is the benefit and the plus of being in class live, because I promise you, just going back and watching the replays, you're not going to get the most out of this program.
No. No.
You really have to be live, live in class, interacting and being able to be a part of that open discussion and
Yes.
to ask
Yes.
questions. That's where you're able to really get the most and maximize your time in GASD Academy. So yes, you the replays are available if you do have to miss a class, but that's just a reinforcement.
Right.
That's
Right.
just
Right.
that's the just in case. But
Right. Right.
that's not to replace you being in class live each week when you can. But
Right.
let me just say this to all those that are watching too. If you feel like 1 hour once a week for 8 weeks is too much for you, or you don't have the time for that, then honestly, you are way too busy and you need to eliminate something off your schedule. And I'm gonna
Right.
just leave it right there, because we all can spare just 1 hour once a week. But you
Yeah.
should be able to spare at least 1 hour
At
once
least for
a
you,
week.
especially for self growth.
Right. Exactly. Say that. So let me ask you this, Lauren. I have got two more questions for you. We're gonna get ready to wrap up. So I want you to tell those that are listening out there, tell the people, tell any woman of faith out there that may be listening or tuning in and they are still considering on the fence. But I want you to first tell everybody, what was the number one thing that you liked about GASD Academy?
Hmm. I would say, um, the number one thing that I liked about the academy is so much. But if I had to pick one thing, it would have to be um the information. It's like, how can I explain it without giving it away? Because y'all got to pay for the program. Um, it's like basically, so okay, so you think a certain way of living life, being a woman, being a mother, being in church, being a sister, whatever. And then you take this class, and it shows you so much more. And I guarantee you, you're gonna find something if you take program, do this program, and go through this academy. You're going to find something that was missing all your life. And that's what my number one thing that I liked it. That it did at the age of 54. I had not just one, but I had aha moments. I never thought of it like that. Ooh, okay, that's what I like. It wasn't like, I knew it. Okay, here we go. It wasn't the norm. It was like, you got to really think about this.
Right,
Oh,
exactly,
that's
exactly.
what that means. Oh, so that's what you was doing? Ew.
Mhm.
Okay. It helps you to so that's it.
Wow, wow. Well, I'm so glad to hear that. And so as you all just heard, that being in this class and with going with the information that is shared and what we go over each week during our live weekly sessions, it really makes you think, and we dig deep. Okay, so we're
Oh
not
yeah.
dealing with any surface stuff in GASD Academy. So I just want to go ahead and put that
Right.
disclaimer out there. If you think it's just skating the surface and it ain't nothing that that you need to know about, or it's not anything that is really, I'm going to tell you, that's not the case at all. We
Look,
dig
if
deep.
you not
Like you
right, I
said.
would say this, and I hope that everyone is. But if you are at a moment in your life where you just want to better understand, no, if you want to find a way to help you to open up and to be able to reach deep inside yourself and bring out the things that you don't even know that's hidden, you better take this, you better go through this academy. Because it's not like it's like the questions she asks, she bring forth to you, and the program itself and the thought process that you have to go through, you cannot if you don't if you don't open, something's wrong. If it does not open you up to thinking and to actually saying, oh, okay, yeah, then then you're not doing something right, because this is exactly what that would do. And it's not for the bad. And that's the thing. It's not like, I don't want to remember. No, 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 no. Oh, I have it's not that. It put it like this. I have a lot of childhood trauma, and many of the information that I received within the class helped me to say, I don't have to carry that anymore because
Right.
of that, because of this, or oh, that wasn't my fault, because what I learned in this program, I was like, oh, so I can let go of that. I can release that. I can pick this
Yes.
up. I can put that down. Um, like I still the untie. I use that when somebody, I was like, am I, I still use that. So yes.
Right.
So
Great. Awesome. Awesome. Well, I'm so glad to hear that. And so basically what Lauren was just talking about, as far as, like I mentioned before, we dig deep, and within this program, within GSD Academy, the information and
yes,
the information that I go over and the topics that I discuss and teach on, they are designed to make you dig deep. They are designed to make you deal with that stuff that you may have kind of tucked away or hid away. It's easy. Like, we can all come out here, whether in our everyday lives or on social media, or whatever the case may be, and we can, look like, we look like on the outside, and on our outside, our outside package and everything is all put together, and there's no issues or no troubles, no trauma, no drama, anything like that. But the reality is we all are dealing with or have something that we need to deal with and address, that from the naked eye, no one will be able to tell or to see, right? But God knows what that stuff is. And so within GASD Academy, I help you to dig up and deal with that stuff, right? But on top of that, I also help you to take whatever you have already learned or acquired so far in your spiritual and your personal journey, as well as what you learned or taught within GASD Academy. I take that and I provide you with the tools and the knowledge on how you can put that into practice in your everyday life. Because here's the thing, a lot of us, when it comes to, praying and the word of God, a lot of us, we got a lot of the spiritual stuff down pat, and that's great. That's awesome. But there is a practical side that we have to also put into place. There's a practical side and there's a spiritual side. And so with GASD Academy, I help you to merge those two, and I help you to create harmony, basically, when it comes to incorporating and implementing the spiritual as well as the natural and the practical tools. Because a lot of us, a lot of times we can be too heavy on either side. Either we are just, we are applying the practical stuff. We got the practical stuff down pat, but then the spiritual, we kind of lacking it. Or maybe we have the spiritual down pat, but then we're not incorporating the practical stuff as well. And it takes both. And so in GASD Academy, I teach you and I provide you with the tools, as well as the information, the knowledge, the wisdom on how to marry those two, how to really merge and marry the spiritual and the practical, so that you can really be able to walk this thing out. When I say this thing, as far as your spiritual journey, your walk with God, and fulfilling your purpose and kingdom assignment, all of that, how you can truly be able to walk it out unapologetically and successfully. Okay, not according to the world standard of success, but according to God's standard, God's standard of success, right? That's what it's about. And so before I go into the final question, and we're going to get ready to wrap up in a few, I want to just shout out Octeria. Thank you so much for joining. She was one of my other students that graduated, and if for those of you all missed it, she came on live with me last Thursday. So if you missed that live, just go back and watch it on that. But she came on here last week. And so really quick, I just want to just say this and really bring attention to this. Both Octeria Phillips, who you all see is on the live now, she's in the comments now. Thank you so much, Octeria, for hopping on. And Miss Lauren, who is up here with me now. Both of these ladies, as Lauren has stated earlier, she's in her 50s. Octeria is also older than me. Both of these ladies were willing to invest and become a part of a coaching program that is conducted by someone that is younger than them. So obviously, because we know that we are not going to, for the most part, we are not going to invest into or put our time into a program or anything that's being conducted or taught by someone that is younger than us, unless we know the value that they bring to the table, unless we know the wisdom that they can impart unto us, right? And so I just want to bring that to the forefront and emphasize that both of these ladies are older than me. Okay, so it's not about your age, it's not about how old you are, whether you're younger or older. There's not a cutoff age. Now, when it comes to a
Oh
minimum
no.
age, the minimum age, I like to keep it at the minimum 25, but it's 25 and up. So it doesn't really matter how old you are. If you are a woman of faith out there and you're saying, look, I want to link arms and connect with somebody that can really help to not just encourage, but also to equip and empower me on a more up close and personal level in my spiritual and my personal journey. If you're out there saying, I want to be able to go to that to, to that next level or that next dimension of what a kingdom woman, aka a grown and sanctified diva, is all about,
Yes.
then you want to consider being a part of GASD Academy. And also, really quick, for any of you all out there that may be thinking, like she said, I've been, maybe you've been saved a while, you've been in church a while, all that good stuff. It doesn't matter how long you've been saved. It doesn't matter how long you've been in church. None of that matters, okay? And so, for anyone out there that is thinking that this is for someone that is just new or a babe in Christ,
Yeah,
that is
it's not.
not the case. Okay, this program is also for that woman of faith. Let's say that yes, you have been saved a long time, or you have been in church most of your life or half of your life, but maybe you have lost that fire. Maybe you have lost that fire, that passion and desire in your walk with God. Maybe you have fell off a little bit. Maybe you have been, just going through the motions when it comes to your prayer life, or when it comes to fasting, you have fallen off, or when it comes to or maybe you are doing all those things, but it's out of ritual. It is not
Right.
having a true relationship. Maybe you are someone that you find yourself in a somewhat backsliding condition. Now, when I say that, I don't mean necessarily that you have walked away from church or that you out here in all kinds of sin, because you can backslide from the church, but we're gonna leave that alone right now. So basically, you can be backsliding in your mind, and
Right.
still be going through the motions of everything that a quote unquote Christian or believer would do, you know,
Right.
including, praying and fasting and all that good stuff, and going to church
Right.
and even reading the word. But you have lost your passion or your fire for God,
Right.
or your relationship with God is not quite where it once was. Or you know what? Maybe you're saying, I'm good when it comes to my relationship with God. I'm good on, knowing what my kingdom assignment is, and I don't need any encouraging or empowering or confidence when it comes to doing that and my purpose. But maybe you are looking to connect with a community of women of faith who are serious, who are sold out for God, and who are all on a similar journey and path of fully maximizing their current season of fulfilling their kingdom assignment, and of women who truly desire to live their best life now without compromising their
Right.
salvation and without compromising their witness, right? Then GASD Academy is, or could possibly be, for you, because this is also a sisterhood. Okay,
Right.
it is about establishing divine connections with other women of faith, as well as providing that safe space and community for an authentic sisterhood. Now, is that the main focus of GASD Academy? Absolutely not. But that is one of the bonuses that come with being within GASD Academy, that you will get to be a part of an authentic sisterhood of kingdom women, whether you are an aspiring kingdom woman, emerging, or even if you're established kingdom woman. But this is a sisterhood and community for the aspiring, the emerging, or the established kingdom woman, aka grown and sanctified divas. Okay, this is, I'm gonna tell you basically in a nutshell what GASD Academy is, for those who just want it summed up in a nutshell. GASD Academy is a spiritual and mental boot camp for aspiring, emerging or established kingdom women, aka women of faith, aka growing sanctified divas, okay? Because that's basically, for those of you all who don't know or you're not sure or unclear about what a growing sanctified diva is, which is what GASD stands for, growing sanctified diva. A growing sanctified diva is just another term for a kingdom woman. But when you're a part of GASD Academy, I go into and break down exactly what a GASD Academy is, what the values and morals are behind being a growing sanctified diva, right? I talk about the lifestyle of being a kingdom woman, aka a growing sanctified diva. We get into so much, from everything from self-care to managing your emotions and detoxing to how to
Right.
maximize your current season. To
Right.
there's so much that you get. I'm not going to get into it all on this live. You will definitely have to uh, join the program to find
Do the
out.
program, people.
That's just a snippet. And so I say all that to say, this program, it truly is like no other. And I don't say that just because it's my program. You
No,
heard,
it's not.
you heard
It's,
firsthand from two of my graduates, and they have been able to tell you exactly, what they experienced and how. And how much of a difference that it made for them, and how they went into it thinking one way, right? Thinking it was going to be one thing, but it ended up
right.
being something totally different. So before I let you go, Lauren, I want you to really quick. I want you to speak to that woman out there. Speak to that woman out there that is listening to this, whether it's live or she's watching this replay. And she's like, okay, this sounds like an amazing program, but I'm still not sure about why I should join or why should I join. I want you to speak to her and tell her why she should join and be a part of GASD Academy.
One word: enlightenment.
Mm, I like that.
You are ready for enlightenment, join. If you don't think you can handle it, don't. But I hope you do.
All right, awesome, awesome. Well, thank you for sharing that. So you heard it firsthand from Miss Laurn Valentine herself. So if you are ready to be enlightened, right? If you are ready to receive the information and the wisdom needed to reach that next level of kingdom womanhood, right? Then GASD Academy may be the place for you, right? And so I just want to go ahead and say thank you so much, Lauren,
You're
for
welcome. Thank you for having
you're,
me.
you're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you so much for hopping on and joining me on tonight. It was a pleasure, and I just want to say thank you for sharing and talking about your experiences. Look, y'all, I just want y'all to be able to hear it from those who have went through it, and just know that I'm just not out here just blowing smoke and trying to hype it up, for whatever reason. But I
Oh,
know.
and just to let y'all know, if y'all think she um I'm doing this for her, I am not. I am not built like that.
He is not.
I
I
will
will
not be
say,
sitting on this. If I went through this academy and it was not what it was, there's no way she would have wanted me on this live. You better.
trust
None of
me. Okay, y'all can trust and believe that. I know, Lauren, and I know that if this program
it'd
didn't
have
have
been a whole
no
different program today.
benefit for her in no way, shape, or form, she would not be up here. Trust and believe, and I know
No, I
that.
would not.
Okay, not
As
she
soon as she would have
is
sent me
not.
the text message, asked me to get the live, I've been like, you don't want me to do that. You don't want me to do that. You don't want me to do that.
Yes, I love it. I love it. Keep it
So
all the way 100.
I
Keep it
am
all
keeping
the way
it. I am
100.
being real, for real. I am really being real. There's no, you know, friendship. So I'm gonna say the niceties. I have a motto. If you don't want to know the truth, don't ask me the question.
Right. Well, you know what? I like that motto. I'm gonna have to adopt that for real, for real. But again, thank you so much, Lauren, for joining
You
me on
welcome.
tonight. It's a pleasure. And so again, for you all that just may be hopping on, This is one of my recent graduates, Laurn Valentine, and I had her up here to discuss and talk about her experience with GASD Academy, what she liked about it, how she benefited from it. And so if you are just joining the live, or if you're just joining, then you may want to go back. You need to go back and watch the replay. But again, Laurn, thank you so much for your time on this evening. I appreciate it. And I just want to say that I am super, super proud of you and the growth that
you.
You're welcome. I'm super proud of the growth that I seen in you. From the time you started until the time that it ended and you graduated, I seen the growth within you. And so I just want to say congratulations and kudos to you. And I'm proud of you. And to keep going, keep pressing. As you already know, take what you learned. Don't forget it. Revisit it. Don't forget it. Revisit it. Continue to build upon it. Right? Because if you do those things along with keeping God first, there is no way that you can fail. And I promise you, God is going to take you to new and better heights if you just continue to lean on Him, trust in Him, take all the things that you've learned and just continue to apply it going forward. And I know that God is going to do great things in your life. Okay, so thank you again for your time. You're welcome. Thank you for your time on this evening, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your night, the rest of your week. We'll talk soon. All right.
All right. You too.
All right. Good night.
Good night.
All right, you all. So you heard it. You heard it firsthand yourself from another recent graduate of GASD Academy from the first quarter of this year. And so really quick, before I get ready to get out of here, I just want to let you all know, for those of you that have watched this, whether live or if you're watching this by replay, and first and foremost, if you have stayed on this far, this long, just want to say thank you for rocking out with us, and thank you for taking the time to tune in on this evening. Is greatly appreciated. Even if you're watching the replay, thank you for taking time out to watch the replay. And don't forget to put hashtag replay in the comments. Make sure that if there's anyone that you think of or know about that you think that may be a good fit for GASD Academy, go ahead and be sure to tag them in the comments, let them know. So again, make sure, if you haven't already, even if you are watching this by the replay, to like, to comment, share, and tag somebody in the comments that you feel may be interested or will be a good fit for GASD Academy, right? So really quick, before I go, I just want to share, for those of you who are interested, or you're saying, okay, this sounds great, this sounds phenomenal, and I want to know what the next step is. How can I get into GASD Academy? And so first, I just want to go ahead and let you all know and make you aware, if you're not already, that I only accept a limited number of women into the program for each quarterly session. So enrollment only opens twice a year, and I only do 2 sessions a year, 2 quarterly sessions. Okay. So the next session will be kicking off in the 3rd quarter. So starting in July, in early July, I'll be having orientation for the 3rd quarter session. And so if you are interested and you would like to apply, or if you want more information, then you will need to go to bit.ly/GASD Academy. Okay. There is an application process, and that is really to protect the integrity and the quality of the program, but it's also because, again, I take this program very seriously, and I know that, for me, I just want to make sure that the environment and the atmosphere that I create and that I cultivate within GASD Academy, I'm very selective and protective about who I allow in, because I know that this particular program is for a certain type of woman, right? But if you are out there listening and you are a woman of faith, and you are saying to yourself, I'm in need of what this program is offering, or I feel that this may be what I need in this season of my life, then you want to go ahead and be sure to apply. So there is an application process. And if you go to the link, which I posted on the screen, bit.ly/GASDA 2024. It will give you a brief summary of the program as well as what is included. And then there will be a button at the bottom where it'll take you straight to the application. Okay. And so once I get your application, then you will be contacted via email so that we can schedule a time to speak one-on-one, and I'll go over more details about the program. I will answer any of your questions, and that would just be with me and you one-on-one. And that's, again, just to make sure that this is going to be a good fit for both of us, because I don't want to just make sure that it's a good fit for you. I have to make sure that you're going to be a good fit for me, well, and for the program overall, because, again, we're going to be together for 8 weeks, once a week for 8 weeks, and on top of that, you do get 2 one-on-one sessions with me. Okay, but for anyone that is interested, just be sure to go to bit.ly/GASDA 2024, and you can get a summary of the program, as well as you can go ahead and apply if you go to that link. Okay, and so also to let you all know, and I know when I came on live last week, I had said that it was going to end last Friday, but for tonight only, okay, I am going to waive the enrollment fee for any applications that I receive between tonight and tomorrow, Thursday, June 13th, by 9 p.m. So basically, for the next 24 hours, for all of those that apply within the next 24 hours, your enrollment fee will be waived. But you do have to submit your application before 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow to get your application waived. To get your enrollment fee waived. So if you are on the fence, go ahead and get off the fence, first of all. But if you are even the least bit interested in GASD Academy, go ahead and get your application in now while there is no enrollment fee. And then once you speak with me one-on-one, I promise you any questions or hesitations you may have or concerns you may have, we'll address those, and then we'll be able to better determine whether or not GASD Academy is the right fit for you. Okay, so again, for all of those that submit their application before 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow, your enrollment fee will be waived. Okay, there's typically is an enrollment fee, and that holds your spot in the program. Okay, that guarantees your spot so that it doesn't matter how many other people apply behind you, your spot is secured. But just temporarily and for a limited time, for the next 24 hours, I'm waiving the enrollment fee. So there really is no excuse. With that being said, if you're worried about or thinking about cost wise, financial wise, if you go ahead and apply within the next 24 hours, there's no enrollment fee. Now, will it be totally free for you? No, but again, it is affordable, and I do offer payment plans. So the last thing I want you to think about is the financial investment, because first and foremost, I want you to understand and see what this program offers and how it is going to put you in that next level and next dimension that you desire as a kingdom woman, right? And so again, if you submit your application before 9 p.m. tomorrow, enrollment fee is waived, and I'm going to throw in an additional bonus for those who apply. You will also get the replays of the Refining the Kingdom Woman Single Ladies Edition Parts 1 and 2. Last year, I did a 2-part masterclass called Refining the Kingdom Woman, and this was my Single Ladies Edition. And so I talked about how to fully maximize, how to fully not just maximize your single season, but how to basically walk in your seat, how to, look, I'm getting tongue over here. It's getting late. How to fully maximize your single season with confidence, class, and courage, right? And then part two, I talked about how to position yourself as a kingdom woman to be found by a kingdom man. Okay. So I talk about both of those things as a two-part masterclass. And for those that apply before 9 p.m. tomorrow, you'll get that thrown in just as a free bonus, right? And so you may ask, well, how can I talk about how to position yourself to be found by a kingdom man as a kingdom woman? Well, I can talk about it because first and foremost, for those of you who don't know, I recently got married back in April, on April 26th, to my kingdom spouse. And so I can talk about it from the perspective of being single, all the way through dating, engaged, and now up until being married. Okay, so you're looking at someone that has went through all those different stages and is now able to testify and say that I am now married to my kingdom spouse and purpose partner, right? So I talk about a lot of that, and I share I share some of my personal experience with that within that masterclass. So again, you get that as an added bonus for those that apply before 9 p.m. tomorrow. All right. So again, go to bit.ly/GASDA 2024. It's on the screen, and I will also put it in the comments. And then if you just want to reach out to me, you have any questions that were not answered on this live, then you can feel free to DM me. But I prefer that you send me an email. And my email address is chatney@gasdnetwork.org. Again, that's chatney@gasdnetwork.org. You send me an email and I'll be sure to reply back to you as soon as possible. All right, so that's all of my time on this evening. And I just want to say thank you all for your time, for tuning in. And so just really quick, I just want to leave you with this. I want to leave you with this one question or this food for thought. If what you have been doing currently in your life is not working for you, then what are you going to do differently to bring about a different result? I just want you to ask yourself that and sit with that. If what you have been doing in your life has not been working for you or has not gotten you to the place where you desire to be, then what are you going to do and willing to do differently in order to bring about that change that you desire to see in your life? And for a lot of you out there, I'm not saying that it's everyone. I'm not saying that is GASD Academy is the end all be all, but for a lot of you out there, that answer is that you need to invest. You need to make the investment time wise, energy wise, and yes, financially wise. If necessary, you need to make that investment into getting a coach or mentor. Okay. Those of us who really desire to operate at an optimal level or an even better or greater level, we understand the importance of having a coach or mentor. So if you're somebody out there and you're saying, I don't need nobody to show me, about how to navigate this thing called life, whether that's in your personal life, your spiritual life, your professional life, and you feel like you can just wing it and do it on your own, and you don't need anybody to show you that, and I'm sorry to say, but you are sadly mistaken. You are sadly mistaken. We all need someone. Okay, so even if it's not me, I implore you and I admonish you to be sure that you make that investment with your time, your energy, and even your money, and make sure that you have someone in your life that is where you desire and aspire to be. Okay, and that has the proven results and the fruit that you can be able to lean and glean from, but also be able to link arms with and allow them to help you cut that learning curve down, allow them to help you to be able to avoid making unnecessary mistakes and just go ahead and take that step and make that investment. And I hope and pray that it is with GASD Academy, but even if it's not, make sure that you make that step. Take that step, take the leap, get out of your comfort zone, whatever you need to do, and just know that on the other side of your discomfort, on the other side of your fear, is waiting for you exactly what you need, okay, in order to take your life to that next level. All right, so that's all of my time. Again, I thank you for yours, and I hope and pray that everyone has a great rest of your evening and a wonderful week ahead. And I just want to remind you and speak life into all of you women of faith that are out there listening, and let you know that you are determined, inspired, virtuous, and anointed. Walk in that and know that. So, again, take care, be blessed, and I hope that you all have a wonderful evening.